If it isn't world-renowned psychiatrist and educator, Dr. Frasier Crane.
Please, friends, just call me world-renowned. For the first time in my life, I can say that Frasier Crane wants for nothing.
Oh, that's too bad. I had somebody that I wanted to set you up with.
I can be ready in 5 minutes. I have great respect for firefighters.
But
what I do is at least as important as what you do.
Sure, let's find someone who has low self-esteem and is also on fire and see which one of us they run to first.
After nearly 2 decades, Dr. Frasier Crane is back. You know, it's been a while since we last saw Seattle's preeminent talk radio psychiatrist, but as you're about to see, he hasn't missed a beat. Kelsey Grammer returns as Frazier in an all-new series, living in a new but familiar city, a new career, and a fresh cast of characters that you are going to absolutely fall in love with. Stick around because I'm here to lay out the full syllabus on what you need to know about the new Frasier, streaming soon, exclusively on Paramount Plus. You know, Frasier's been through a lot in the years we've known him, but his story is far from finished. In the new series, Frasier has put his life in the public eye behind him, resolute in his desire to shape the minds of his field's next great thinkers. All the while, he's working on improving his relationships and himself. Here's just a little taste and a amuse-bouche, if you will, of what you can expect from the new Frasier.
The theme of the new series, Frasier, the same. He's just looking for love. He's just trying to seek love, to become the better of Frasier each day, the best man he can be. Your place is so... Damn, when I started that sentence, I thought I'd think of something. And so Frasier wants to do right, even as he is tempted to do wrong. That's sometimes where the comedy comes from. Now is the right time to bring Frasier back because he is not the same guy anymore. He is a little wiser. He may actually even be a little funnier. And he has a new mission in life. I mean, he's got some loose ends to tie up in Boston, but he also has a relationship to carve out with his son.
This sort of age and stage where we rejoin Frasier now has a lot in common with where Martin Crane was in the original. Dealing with that father-son, the adult father-son dynamic was a very natural place to pick up.
Frasier, he's always had a good relationship with his son. As anybody who watched the old one, you saw him like maybe once or twice a year. So he's a good father, but it's nice seeing him actually be present and in his son's life.
The fact that you've seen him grow through several shows and we're being very honest with where he is in his life, exploring that, I think will be interesting for new fans, but very, very interesting and comforting to old fans.
It's like putting on a lovely warm jumper or something like that. You just go, oh, that's better.
There will be the comfort of characters that we're familiar with and a world and a tone that we're familiar with, but with also new characters and new premises.
They found the original tone, but they updated it.
I think what fans from the original series will embrace about this show, actually, is that it is at the same level.
That bombastic, fast-paced, sharp fun.
I think intelligent humor is something that Frasier offers. It always has.
It's a play that we're putting on every week, and that sort of connection with the audience that you don't get with dramas or single-camera shows.
I think people are gonna love that Kelsey Grammer truly did not miss a beat. He's right back in the same Frasier zone.
The audience really loved the previous collection of characters. I can't wait till they fall in love with this bunch. They're gonna see some wonderful things they did not expect.
It really is hard to believe it's been nearly 20 years since Kelsey Grammer's Frasier Crane signed off from Seattle's revered talk radio station KACL. But thanks to Paramount Plus, the ever-evolving story of Frasier that began all the way back in 1984 when he made his debut in season 3 of Cheers and continued in his own spin-off will once again deliver a surprising new chapter. In the all-new Frasier, Kelsey Grammer returns to his iconic character for the next phase in the life of everyone's favorite, if charmingly pretentious, TV psychiatrist. He's headed back to his old haunt of Boston, Massachusetts, while he tries to patch up his relationship with his adult son, Freddy. Whether it's been a while since you've watched the original Frasier or if the character is brand new to you, don't worry. All 11 seasons of the classic series are streaming right now on Paramount Plus. But if you just want a quick cheat sheet, I got you covered. Let's take a look at the good doctor's journey so far.
I can't tell you how grateful I am that you're here and how grateful we are that we have a chance to do this for you again. Our love for this character is very sweet. People used to say, how long can he play at Frasier Crane? So this is when we're going on season 11. And You know, you can play the character as long as you can live. There's never been anything like it. This funny character that came to me through these extraordinary people.
I remember when we were looking for an actor to play Frazier. We got this videotape from New York. We fast-forwarded, and his face appeared. We looked at that face, and it just made you laugh.
Thanks, Chief.
At the end of the second season of Cheers, Diane goes off and leaves Sam, and we determined that she went into a mental hospital. And in the mental hospital, she met a Dr. Frasier Crane, who helped her and said, don't run away, go back and confront your demons.
Hello. Sam?
She came back to the bar. Sam had gone off the wagon and was in disrepair, and Diane shows up in the first episode.
I came here to help.
What are you gonna do? Help me out of all my happiness?
No. All I really want you to do is see a friend of mine.
Dr. Frasier Crane is sitting at the bar. We don't introduce him until halfway through the first scene.
Tell him to drop by. I'll try to fit him in between dames.
Why don't you say hello to him right now?
Hello, Sam. I'm Dr. Frasier Crane.
Frasier's a fascinating character because in Cheers, he's kind of a doofus, although he's a psychiatrist.
There's no such thing as a former patient. I think you'll find that once you've been a patient of mine, I'm always there when you... Oh, great. I'll bet this is important.
David Angel, David Lee, and Peter Casey, they had the faith and the foresight to see that they could take this character of Frazier and make him a leading man.
What the hell is that? The windows are rattling, the walls are shaking, and I am talking to no one!
And it's a tribute to his ability because a lot of actors could not have done that.
People of Seattle, listen to me! We are not barbarians! We are not Neanderthals, and we are not French! Do you hear that, you out there?
We've crafted a world where he shines again, but in a new way. Yeah, he's 20 years older, and he's still got the same sort of immutable spirit.
Frazier!
Corny!
Welcome back to Boston. My God, you haven't aged a day.
And you? Well, thanks for coming to pick me up, Jimmy.
It's as simple as a dream. I woke up and said, oh, Frazier has to go back to Boston. Frazier has unfinished business there.
I'm not sure I was ever my best self here. I may have spent a little too much time at a certain bar.
A certain bar.
I like to say it's been great having this character in my life. In another actor's shoes, this character could be detestable. And Mr. Grammer makes him lovable.
We'll be right back with more Frasier. Stick around. Welcome back to our special look at the Paramount Plus original series, Frasier. Frasier's at his best and funniest when he's surrounded by an equally hilarious ensemble cast. The new series introduces a host of new characters that complicate and enhance Frasier's life, both personally and professionally. Let's take a look at some of the faces who'll be joining Frasier on the next leg of his journey through life.
The key to any kind of lasting success in television is really that you fall in love with the characters, and this is a great bunch.
Who is Freddie Crane? He's definitely got that kind of intellectual side that we love about Frasier, but he's also got that blue-collar work ethic and values that Martin embodied.
It's just not a good time.
When I told him I wanted to spend more time with him, he said no.
Have you considered that he hates you? You know, sometimes you have a friend where you can just sit in silence for hours. You don't have to say anything. I think Alan is that to Frazier.
The boys are back.
Watch out, ladies. The lads are on the loose.
Mothers, lock up your daughters.
Daughters, lock up your mothers.
I think we've identified something that maybe a lot of people in America would like to work on, getting closer with their family.
Hey, fam.
David, what are you doing here?
David definitely inherited his father's clumsiness and neuroses, but he also has his mother's heart.
I like characters where the first appearance is not at all what you're going to end up getting, which is definitely Olivia. If you're interested in obscure Europeans who haven't been published in 300 years, you should just stay here and study Alan.
She's been through so much, and she remains optimistic.
I'm just supposed to lie about who I am all night.
Look, I know it's a lot to ask.
No, I love it.
I feel like she's super impressive to me.
They all screamed their parts. Like, there wasn't even a close second.
We found great people who embodied a lot of what we were hoping for in each character.
And this whole team is amazing.
We all sort of gelled from day one. I think Kelsey, he made it very clear that we were all equals and we're all in it together.
They're just a great bunch of people to work with.
I've found a family, you could say.
I love every single one of my castmates.
I really look forward to coming here every single day.
I love them all very, very much.
What's been most remarkable about this is we've assembled the most extraordinary group of people. We love the idea of keeping that cast together because it's such remarkable actors and such a wonderful chemistry.
We've got plenty of Frasier still to come. Don't go anywhere. We're back with more from behind the scenes of the all-new Frasier. At the emotional center of this show is the blooming relationship between Frazier and Freddy, a mirror reflection of Frasier's loving but often tumultuous relationship with his own father. While we as viewers have known Frederick since he was born back in season 8 of Cheers, for the first time, we're gonna see the kind of man he's become, how he views his father, and how that all impacts Frasier himself. Take a look.
Freddy! Surprise!
Dad, you're at my door. Unannounced.
No, there's a shorter way to say that. Surprise! They are fundamentally different guys. That's what they discover. And they are fundamentally also really, really father like son.
We'll need like 100 to 150 episodes, I think, to really unpack that. How's Freddy and Frasier's relationship at the beginning of season 1? Fraught, I think would probably be a good word.
Well, it starts out strange. It starts out comfortably distant. They've been apart for 15 years. Freddy, tonight I am cooking you a 5-star meal, and I won't take no for an answer.
Would you take not now? There's a lot of recalibration that has to happen, I think, for both of them.
What you doing here? Surprised to see me risen from the grave?
Dad.
I'm still talking, Oedipus.
It takes a bit of, peeling back of the onion to get there.
He loves his son. That's the biggest thing about it. He loves his son.
He is a good listener. He does really care about Freddy. He's dropped the ball, definitely, over the course of Freddy's life. He immediately sets out to attempt to fix the issue.
Thanks, Dad.
There is a kind of common ground between a couple of guys. These are a couple of just guys.
This is all starting to feel a bit passive-aggressive. If you're trying to make a point, I wish you would just make it.
Okay.
I think the biggest thing that Freddy and Frazier have in common that they might not be totally aware of is their sense of humor. Weird, because I remember you saying you were moving to Boston so we could reconnect.
You know, I hate it when people quote me to me. Makes it so much harder to object.
Well, it's the same thing that people always used to ask, how did those two sons come from Martin?
Ah, gee, I don't know. Oh, the food is to die for. Niles, your country and your family are to die for. Food is to eat.
And I would always say to them, their goal in life was to be of service, to do something good for other people. I'd say that's pretty universal. I'd say that's like a family trait that reflects right from granddad into grandson.
The comedic genius of Frasier doesn't just exist in front of the camera. This show has some incredible behind-the-scenes talent, not the least of whom is the legendary director James Burrows, co-creator of Cheers, and just a general sitcom TV legend. Add to that the directing talents of Kelsey Grammer and other skilled directors new to the world of Frasier, and you've got yourself a clinic on how to put together a timeless sitcom.
You know, I'm going to be 30 next year, and it's nice to, at the age of 30, be able to get my juices flowing again. I had a great time doing the first 2 shows, and it added days to my life.
Doesn't it make you just a bit nervous putting a 100-pound dumbbell near a world-class Steinway?
I will stay away from the piano.
When they called and said, would you do it, I leapt at it. You know,
Thanks, Jim.
I'm here to protect the character as much as I can and make sure he's being taken care of by the writers, and he has on this show.
And action.
The multi-camera sitcom is a writer's medium. As a director, you have to respect what they do and their work, and yet you must deal with your actors so that the actors feel like they create something too.
It just doesn't feel organic to wait.
It'll be so organic on film.
He is the GOAT. James Burrows is the GOAT, and I can see in my work how he's influenced me.
He said something that I really took to heart. Don't forget to play. Go in and try things.
Welcome aboard. It's been years since I've had anyone here with any passion, excitement, or even vital signs.
Here I am, this black woman, grew up in Philly, raised by a single mom, but me and my sister were Frazier and his brother. I always wanted to see what happened to Frazier after it ended.
I have just executed a masterful spell of parenting.
Wonderful. And right on time as Freddy's in his formative mid-30s.
It's about this show, this version of the show. I didn't really go back to the past, although there's elements of it. I kind of looked at it as something new. Really, coming in and working with Kelsey for the first time in this situation, I was kind of excited.
And for the final category, wine.
Ooh. Oh, stand back. I've got this. Well, this one showed me pretty much everything is, about the actual work of the cameras. My notion about directing was I needed to never slow anybody down. So it took me a long time to figure it out.
You have to do the work during the week. On show night, it's just riding the crest of the wave.
The audiences have been extraordinarily responsive. And that's one of the keys of this whole live audience thing. I mean, and we're off. Or when we're on, because they tell you.
It's all about the energy. When I see my actors on that stage holding and living in the laughter, it's golden. You are not there to plant the tree. You were there to put little leaves on the tree.
It's been a pleasure just being here because everybody's not only so nice, but it's a collaborative effort where things just keep getting better every day.
If we're having fun and doing the show, we like one another in the cast, and that will come across the screen. And you will feel the love that we all feel for one another in your home.
Got it.
Bravo! Still, so much more Frasier to come. We'll be right back. Kelsey Grammer stepped into Frasier's loafers in the season 3 premiere of Cheers, which first aired on September 27, 1984. Now, after inhabiting this character for nearly 40 years, Grammer is one of the most revered performers of his generation. He's created a TV icon so beloved that his appeal reaches across generational lines. With his return to the character in this new chapter of Frasier's life, it's only fitting that his castmates salute their captain.
Working with Kelsey has been so amazing, truly.
He is the most genuinely charming man I've ever worked with.
The emotions that he feels, the excitement that he feels is authentic, it's real, and that heart is, I think, what makes the show as good as it was.
Every time there's music on, he's dancing,
He didn't skip a beat. He's right back into Frasier's shoes, and that is so impressive.
Nobody knows that guy better than Kelsey does. And he has great instincts. He can get a laugh on a look.
Legendary. It's been awesome. He's been very kind, going out of his way to let me know that I'm welcome on this set.
Acting opposite Kelsey is a huge amount of fun because he knows exactly what he's doing.
He is such a generous person.
People assume that he is very much like Frasier, and he's not. I find him to be far more laid back.
When you just walk up and he's like, hey, what's going on, man? You just don't expect him to be so down to earth and so genuinely warm and caring.
He's so helpful. He's so approachable.
I think he makes it look really easy, and what he's doing is really masterful.
In one word, charmed, and he's an exquisite director, and it's the best fun.
It's not just a job for him. His investment in it is real and it's palpable.
This is not surprising. He knows what he's doing, and he's very good at it.
It's amazing. He's decisive, but not domineering.
He's been so enthusiastic and so supportive and kind to all of us, and I can't thank him enough for that.
And now, here's something I know you diehard Frasier fans are really going to enjoy. Check it out.
Frazier has not left the building. He's back. Back for good. Y'all know how this goes. Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss salads and scrambled eggs.
When they came up with the show Frasier, they called and wanted a theme. They wanted something that was kind of jazzy. So I wrote the song itself. I wrote the music. Then I called my friend Daryl Finnessy to do the lyrics. The instructions for the lyrics were, I remember David Angel saying, don't mention Seattle, don't mention Frasier, don't mention psychiatrists, don't mention anything having to do with the show, but make it germane to the show. So Daryl
did a good
came
job
up with tossed salads and scrambled eggs, things that are mixed up.
When the show first went out, when we cut the pilot together, didn't have music yet. They hadn't bought it yet. So Bruce came up with this tune, and I actually said to the producers, "Oh, by the way, I'm going to sing this song." Because I always wanted to sing a theme song. I thought, well, it's my time. This is the only shot I'll ever have. So I told them I'm doing the theme song. They said, well, okay.
It's nice when you have an actor that can sing.
Thank you.
You use it.
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss salads and scrambled eggs. And maybe I seem a bit confused. Yeah, maybe. But I got you pegged.
The thing I liked about the original spirit of the theme song, what we ended up having, was the fact that he's always discovering life. That it's always confusing. There's always something going to surprise you. But he's gonna figure it out, and that's what I liked. You know, I got you pegged. You know, it's gonna be okay. I mean, I got this. It's infused with personality. It's really fun, and you can almost believe that it's the way Frasier would actually kind of look at music. So it's been a fun kind of melding of two styles. I'm really happy with where we are, and I think we're gonna turn some heads.
Good night, Boston. We love you.
I can hear the jazzy groove, and suddenly I have a hankering for tossed salad and scrambled eggs. So I guess it's time to wrap up and say so long. Listen, I hope you've enjoyed this look at the all-new Frasier, streaming soon exclusively on Paramount Plus. There's going to be plenty of laughs, sentiment, and hijinks to go around, whether you're a high-ranking member of the Dr. Frasier Crane fan club or you're just discovering his genius for the first time. And don't forget, you can also stream every episode of the classic Frasier and Cheers on Paramount Plus. You know, as a huge Frasier fan myself, because Frasier loves Frasier, can't wait to see the new adventures, relationships, and of course, laughter that await the good doctor in the next phase of his life. I'm Kevin Frazier. Thanks for watching.